Hello, welcome to Secrets of the Stones. Tonight's stone is garnet. Red garnet, to be precise. Red garnet comes in many varieties. These include almandine, pyrope, and grossular form. It was given the name guava stone in ancient China. All stones that are red in color share an affinity with the blood. Almandine garnet is the most common variety. It is opaque, brown, brownish red, red, black, or black-red colored, and is usually found in nature as a block, with individual dull-colored crystals emanating from its matrix. When almandine garnet is found in deeply red and transparent shades, it is known as precious garnet and can be used to make jewelry. Chemically, almandine is composed of iron aluminum silicate. Iron gives it the ability to nourish. Aluminum soothes the nerves. Almandine absorbs and retains heat very well. Pyrope, on the other hand, is another variety. This type can be blood red, dark pink, or rose-colored. It is composed of magnesium aluminum silicate, but can also contain traces of iron, calcium, manganese, and chromium. Pyrope is the only kind of garnet that always appears in shades of red. The smaller stones are usually dark red, while the larger stones tend to be much darker, sometimes even appearing black. Pink pyrope is known as rhodolite. It is usually transparent and is often seen without flaws or inclusions of any kind. Red garnet on the whole is very nurturing. It resuscitates yang qi, the warming life force energy of the body, and is beneficial for people who are recovering from illness. Red garnet is a good stone for any condition that involves a hormonal imbalance or weakness, such as menopause or diabetes. Its cubic structure has a stabilizing effect on the lower body. This makes it helpful for working through shock or trauma. Here is a picture of its isometric or cubic crystal structure. It's very quite beautiful. It looks like some pinafore tiles. Red garnet directs qi up the spine along the course of the governor meridian to a point known as governor vessel 16, known as palace of wind, a point that helps awaken consciousness. Garnet also supports communication between the heart and the kidneys, or the fire and water. The dark red matte shade is known by the Chinese as Dan. Garnet is used to clear emotional issues in the early stages of meditation, when the focus is on cultivating qi in the lower Dan Tian. Red garnet's dark, rich shade of red emanates warmth. It is appropriate for those who lack warmth, whether it's physical or emotional. So what are the functions and uses? Well, this stone has an affinity for the spleen and stomach, or earth temperament, and a cubic crystal structure. The Yin Earth temperament people are represented by the spleen meridian pictured on the screen. This is the innermost aspect of the earth element. They are sedentary, they may dislike exercise and have poor muscle tone. They can be indecisive and constantly worry because the spleen and stomach are the earth, and the earth is associated with the emotion of pensiveness or worry. Therefore, they might tend to replay conversations. They are self-critical because they can have many ideas, but puts a few of them only into action. They enjoy finding solutions for others and accommodating others more than themselves. They can be seen as lazy, but in reality, they accept their life for what it is. And they can be prone to abdominal fullness and heaviness, have a bad temper if they eat too much, crave grains, or they can be addicted to sweets and feel sluggish after eating. They are prone to diabetes and obesity and may benefit from taking daily naps. The Yang Earth temperament people are associated with the stomach meridian, which is the outermost Earth meridian. They are optimistic, adaptable, cheerful, and carefree. They can be found in careers such as healing, counseling, and diplomacy. They enjoy creating opportunity for others and are supported by their friends because they are honest and have the ability to remain neutral in disputes and help people reconcile differences. They are able to stay on topic, but they are also able to gossip and joke around. They have a grounding presence. Sometimes if their boundaries are not strong, they can take on too much responsibility. If they are taken advantage of, they will become angry and then feel guilty afterwards. When sick, the Yang Earth temperament people tend to lose body fluids. They can be prone to excess mucus, diarrhea, urination, or perspiration. Dehydration can cause high blood pressure, constipation, or hernias from coughing or vomiting fluids. And excessive sweating can lead to skin conditions. If their yang qi is overactive, it can stimulate the movement of body fluids and deplete body fluids over time. This will lead to deficiency or prolapse, varicose veins, or hernias. The Yang Earth temperament, like the Yin Earth temperament, love sugar and sweets and are prone to diabetes. If they are unhappy with themselves, they may develop an eating disorder. Red garnet cools heat in the blood, breaks up stagnant blood, and nourishes the blood. It is indicated for cardiac insufficiency, hardening of the arteries, low or high blood pressure, blood clots, varicose veins, or sluggish venous circulation, muscle spasms, and tremors or cramps caused by poorly nourished blood, stirring up internal wind. The stone's relationship to the blood makes it effective for addressing emotional disturbances, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, poor concentration, panic attacks, and anxiety. Red garnet nourishes the warming kidney yang qi. The kidneys govern the bones and the marrow, and so it is beneficial for degenerative conditions of the spine, herniated discs, lower back pain, and is especially beneficial for elderly people who have poor posture. Its effects on kidney yang qi make it a useful stone for warming cold hands and feet. Red garnet helps reduce feelings of fear because of its effects on the kidneys, which are associated with the emotion of fear. In traditional Chinese medicine, the soul of the kidneys is known as zi, or the will. Red garnet strengthens the will and is indicated for low motivation and ambition, poor self-esteem, and depression. Red garnet also tonifies the qi of the lungs and can help treat fatigue and weakened immunity. The lungs and the kidneys have an interpersonal relationship. The lungs inhale fresh qi from the environment and descend it to the kidneys. The kidneys, if strong enough, will grasp the qi, and this can be helpful for shortness of breath, strengthening the kidneys and the lungs so that the two can communicate. Red garnet nourishes Liang Yin, the fluids, the substantial cooling hormonal fluids, and generates yin fluids, which helps balance the hormones because the yin is actually the hormones in traditional Chinese medicine. It is indicated for diabetes and empty heat symptoms during menopause. During menopause, the symptoms of lung qi and yin deficiency may include paleness and constant fatigue. Red garnet is appropriate in these cases. However, if there are signs of the liver being affected, such as headaches and shaking of the head, green garnet is a better choice. And I will do another video on green garnet in the future. Red garnet is a beneficial stone for those who struggle between the desire for interaction, represented by the heart, and the tendency towards self-absorption or being unable to take care of the self, represented by the kidneys. When used intentionally, red garnet cleanses the blood of emotional issues that may be interfering with spiritual practice. It is useful for maintaining objectivity during emotional turmoil. It is a useful stone for someone who lacks character or willpower when faced with difficult problems in life. Meditating with red garnet can help cultivate the virtue of devotion because it guides the yang qi towards perseverance. Red garnet also protects the qi from the influences of negative people and is used for cultivating innocence because it gives the wearer the ability to accept all possibilities. It brings us back to a childlike state and encourages generosity. The deep red color strengthens the sacral and the heart chakras. So what are the practical applications of red garnet? Most important to know that red garnet needs to touch the skin to be effective. You can hold a tumbled stone in the palm of the hand on a point known as pericardium 8 to open the heart. Pericardium 6 is also beneficial for palpitations, and it is located 3 fingers width above the center of the crease of the wrist, between the 2 tendons. You can massage, place, or tape red garnet on the inner aspect of the knee, slightly above the inner corner of the kneecap, in the depression on the bulge of the inner aspect of the quadriceps muscle, on a point known as spleen 10, to harmonize the blood and regulate the menstrual cycle. Massage the stone over scar tissue or on areas of paralysis. Massage or place red garnet on or around shingles lesions to reduce pain. When worn as an amulet over the chest, on a point known as conception vessel 17, red garnet treats palpitations. And this point is located directly between the 2 nipples. When worn on the 4th or 5th finger, red garnet alleviates depression. When worn on the middle finger, it alleviates post-traumatic stress disorder. And when worn as a pair of earrings, red garnet affects the brain. Wearing a pair of earrings for a long period of time may be beneficial for those with Alzheimer's disease. Earrings that have been designed so that the stone is touching the skin are recommended for comatose patients because they provide constant stimulation to the kidney qi. Take a red garnet stone on a retreat to support self-reflection. Wear a piece of red garnet jewelry to a crowded place to remain grounded. If there are major power lines close to the home, red garnet can be used to help reduce their strong electromagnetic frequencies. Red garnet can be combined with moonstone to address the signs and symptoms of menopause. Moonstone is beneficial for nourishing yin, or hormonal fluids. When combined with carnelian, red garnet helps address hormonal imbalances that occur during menopause or andropause. Carnelian supports kidney qi in order to support the hormones, while red garnet clears heat from the blood. Combined with stalactite or stalagmite, pictured on the screen, red garnet treats herniated discs and increases confidence. To treat a herniated disc, the two stones can be placed on the areas of herniation. If you are using this combination with the intention to increase confidence, the stones can be placed on the lower back in the depression below the spinous process of the second lumbar vertebra at the level of the umbilicus, on a point known as Governor Vessel 4, or Do 4. This point is pictured on the screen and is known as Mingmen, or kidney gate, because it was located in between the two kidneys on the lower back. An elixir of both red garnet and stalactite can be taken to address herniated discs or increase confidence. Drinking a stalactite elixir while holding a piece of red garnet will have the same effect. An elixir made with red garnet clears heat in the blood and can be used to treat high blood pressure, hardening of the arteries, Alzheimer's disease, sequelae of stroke, and heat during menopause. But it is important to note that the stone is sourced from a reliable vendor, because some varieties are too soft and cannot be placed in water, or may be beneficial for topical applications only because of their high aluminum content. So making sure to verify whether your garnet is almandine, pyrope, or grossular is important. This red garnet elixir has a soothing and analgesic effect on the nerves and can be beneficial for Bell's palsy and shingles. When combined with serpentine, red garnet encourages the release of karmic infestations, the qualities we have inherited from our parents or from past lives. To address these issues, an elixir can be made with a quartz crystal that has been potentiated with serpentine and a red garnet crystal. And I've done an elixir video on how to make this exact elixir in the example. I will link that at the end of this slideshow. And here are some pictures of red garnet. Here is a Red River Meadows chief's war shirt from the 19th century. It has buckskin, porcupine quills, garnet beads, pony beads, and seed beads. And the Native Americans like to decorate their attire with pretty beads. Well, thank you for joining me tonight on Secrets of the Stones. Hope you're having a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next time.